Hello, hi, and welcome to the third episode of the Hive Buzz, the only business lifestyle podcast in town. I am your host, Velimina Simono, and today I am chilling and sitting comfortably with Tando Sonti. And I don't know if I should say Chief Crazy Officer, but I don't know. Well, Mr. Yao. Hi, guys.
Hellos.
How are you guys?
We very well, thank
All
you.
right. So this time around, we are talking unemployment, something that is considered to be a second pandemic in South Africa. In the first quarter alone, we were sitting at 34.5% rate of unemployed youth in the country. And you can imagine, year in and year out, on social media, I see people graduating. It's a happy moment. But then after that, what happens? It's a big, scary world. This is where now issues of depression kick in. This is where now we feel like the dignity goes away, because the fact that we are also in an era of social media where people are sharing, their achievements doesn't make it easy. And now, Mr. Yao, I know youth unemployment in particular, is something that is very dear to you, especially given the number of youth that are employed in Idea Hive alone. Just share your sentiments on that.
Thanks, Vels. Thanks, Tando. I think for me, it's our contribution to the socio-economic transformation of the country. If you look at the number of, I don't know the statistics, but the population of the youth compared to us that are deemed as old is quite huge. And like you, as you indicated in your intro, people graduate, but they don't find employment. And at Idea Hive, we've made it one of our key strategic objectives to give young people opportunities to grow, to learn, give them the platform to make mistakes, and give them the platform to grow and learn from those mistakes as well. So it's very dear to our hearts. It's very dear to this business, and we're going to do our bit. We will not be able to solve all the problems, but we will do our bit in creating opportunities and platforms for young people to get their foot in the door in the digital and the precision marketing space.
And, just to touch on you saying, Idea Hive is going to do their bit, because we can't save the whole world, but there's the little that we do can make a difference.
Yeah.
I know Idea Hive has Hive Nation, which is giving unemployed and final year students an opportunity, like you said, to just put a foot into the door. Just take us through the inception. What was the idea behind it?
So I've been told to keep it short, so I'll keep it very short. It's not going to be State of the Nation address. But this idea was born about 2 years ago. Funny enough, we were coming from a funeral of a colleague's mom, and on our way, it was getting to Nelson Mandela Day. So we were toying around with various ideas, and we felt that giving away blankets, food parcels, which are all good gestures, really, it's good. These things are good, but it really doesn't solve sort of sustained way of creating opportunities. So we thought that we would come up with a concept that enables young graduates and final year students to have an opportunity to be exposed to the marketing space. And we've last year was our inaugural one, which went well. This year we're gonna have it bigger and better, because we well capacitated, and the PR team will later I think talk about it in other podcasts. But we have taken I think we took about 10 young people through the whole process. And as we sit here, I'm very proud to say that we have offered employment to two of the graduates, and that is what we want to do. And if they grow within Idea Hive, that is the first goal. But if they don't grow within Idea Hive and they find better opportunities, that is our contribution to transforming this country. We cannot leave everything to government, and it's very easy to pinpoint and your fingers at various things. But if we want to start the change, we have to be the change. If you want to see the change, we have to be the change ourselves.
And just touching on change, Tando, I know you have quite the experience in terms of being graduating and being unemployed.
Yes.
And I just want you to share that part of your journey and why then it is you took on Hive Nation this year to say you're going to assist and you're going to make it happen.
Sure. Thank you once again, Vals. Thank you, Mr. Yao. So this Hive Nation for me is very dear to my heart because I've also been unemployed before I started working. So how everything unfolded, yes, I was unemployed. I was frustrated at home because the thing is now when you're home, your mom keeps on asking you questions. What are you doing here? Why aren't you in an internet cafe? You know, those type of questions also create or result in depression. I feel at that moment I was in like a sort of depression, but I didn't know at the time. But luckily for me, in my whole networking and going out, I met a guy who actually works at Media 24. He was like, oh, okay, cool, you're in communications, that's cool. Come through and work for us. And that was my opportunity in the door. So for me, Media 24 was my Hive Nation at the time.
And you know, Mr. Yao touched on how this time around you're going to make it bigger and better.
Yes.
And I'm assuming in terms of how the people who are going to be part of the journey are going to learn, you know, what they're going to take home in terms of the duration. Just take us through how this year is going to be different from last year.
So last year, it was really an introduction for Hive Nation to the company. So now it was just a thing of from what we had done last year, it's just optimizing and making it bigger and better. So how we're changing it now, because now we have new departments in the company, it's hiring more graduates, and then from on top of hiring those graduates, it's just placing them in those departments which they specialize in. And then also another addition that we have this year, we're going to have an activation, which I'm very excited about. So that's just an additional aspect to Hive Nation this year.
Thank you guys so much for having this chat with me. Up next, I am going to talk to two of the beneficiaries of last year's edition of Hive Nation. Welcome to the second half of Hive Buzz, the business lifestyle podcast. Still me, your host, Velemina Simono, and this time around, I am sitting with the beneficiaries of Hive Nation from last year. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Okay, so it's Ntabi and Sean. And I just want to hear your experience from last year, you know, being part of such an amazing project with Idea Hive. What has it done for you, and how did it contribute in terms of you, you know, one, being able to come back? And I know how people get depressed, you know, after graduation and not having anything. And how did that also, like, boost your self-esteem?
Hi Vals, thank you for the question. The experience was quite great, you know, like being a part of something so great was just so amazing. But more than anything, I come from a very theoretically based institution, which I will not mention names. So it was so great to see my skills being translated into something practical and seeing myself do something. So being back here and being offered like an internship to actually do the work kind of just shows that like I am on the right track and so forth. So the overall experience was great, and I'm quite excited for the people who will be joining us this year. And I don't want them to take it lightly that it's just a career expo and so forth, because it could be the first stepping stone to a lifelong career choice that you want to like get into. So the experience was great. Everything was lovely. It was so informative as well. So I'm really looking forward to like seeing the new candidates this year and what they can bring to the table.
And Sean, how was your experience? What was the big take home that you still find relevant today now that, you know, you've joined Idea Hive as an intern?
Yeah, for me, I will look into the roles we were playing because we were working as a team, but we had one end goal. They gave us like a brief, so each one of us has a role to play. Maybe you're a strategist, you're a creative, you're a copywriter, you see. And if you're looking at it, we were we were people who didn't know each other. We come from different backgrounds, different schools, and you come from tertiary, and you'll get that I'm from tertiary where we don't have to work with teams. It was the first time for me working with a team, but I was happy that we managed to overcome. Yeah, yeah, it was a lot. Overall, it was fun, exciting, and also demanding. It was also demanding because I remember when we asked Kels to extend time, he was like, nah, now it's now. We have to present. You see, yeah, and that you come from a school where you were doing like theory, you have never put your theory into practice, was something new for me. But yeah, I'm happy that we learned and we overcome, and we share again. Yeah, we're doing this again, and I can't wait to see the new creators. Yeah, and my 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 how can I put it? My suggestion for them when they come here, ne, they should come prepared.
Yeah.
Give their all. If you have something in your arsenal, give it all.
Yeah.
Give it all. Because you don't know, you might be sitting at the same chair I'm sitting at right now. You get that?
All right, thank you guys so much. Those are the beneficiaries from last year's Hive Nation. And we're excited indeed to meet the new team that will be coming up. That's it for episode 3. We were talking youth unemployment. Stay tuned to our social media platforms because we will be showing off how you guys can apply to be part of this great career expo. Otherwise, from me, Wilhelmina Simono, goodbye and God bless.
Thank you.